What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, episode 9 of the walkthrough. So, this is going to be one of my more favorite episodes. This is going to be one of the more important episodes. After this episode, we will all be in a amazing spot moving forward. It's pretty much like that moment in Elden Ring. If you know the routes, you can go get a plus 10 weapon early on in the game. That's what we're doing. We're going to go get the best catalyst for Umbral builds. In fact, it's the best scaling catalyst in the entirety of the game because, Umbral is Inferno and Radiance, two magic stats working together. It's the best catalyst in the game. We're going to go get more colossal weapons for Radiant. We're going to go get a bunch of large stones. We're going to go get the final upgrade map for your weapon. Now, typically, when you go through here, now most people miss this. They're gonna miss this area. It's optional. It's kind of hidden. Um, Secret ending stuff. You know what I mean? It's like once again in Elden Ring when you're in Lindale Capital and you go to the underground there. Like think of this area like that, right? Where you got a secret ending down here. But we're gonna get enough larges because if we went to Pilgrim's Perch and also the Traveling Merchant will be at Skyrest with 5 larges there. So if we buy those, get the larges down here, the final upgrade mat, and the larges we've already picked up, we should be able to get to plus 8, plus 9, maybe plus 10. So by the end of this episode, we should all be at least plus 8 weapons, not even halfway through the game, maybe about halfway through the game. So it's just phenomenal. Usually you wouldn't be in this position until, um, close to the end of the game in Souls Likes. You don't typically, get fully upgraded weapons to the end. At least close to. Look at that, getting that smite off already. Just really nice, really nice. Now, if you notice this weapon isn't getting the smite off, that's just because you're killing enemies too quick. That's all it is. That's not a bad thing either, right? And this is why I'm suggesting it. The last episode, when we took out the skin stealer, he dropped the drainage key. The drainage key is about this right here. We have to drain this, and there's a bunch of Umbral stuff we'll do, and then we'll get led down to the Revelation Depths, and also a shortcut leading back to the area we were just in last episode. So, moving forward, we're about to meet a new enemy type. This is the Invisible Archer, or the Shadow Archer, as I like to call him. I'm going to look at my notes here. So he's going to be doing poison arrows, actually. You can kind of see that green glow. You can't really see him. He's like a little shadow. I mean, you kind of know he's there, right? And when you get close enough, you can see him. But it's just like, think of him as like a guy that's just wearing camouflage. Now, our weapon right now isn't hitting the best. At the end of last episode, like I said, we just got this weapon. We already had 30 ratings. We just got our 28 strength to put on the suggested weapon for new players for the build. So we're wanting to go into our base stats, health, and endurance. However, the next few souls we get, they're all going to be about just getting this weapon up, We're only at plus 3. Our last one was at plus 4, and we should have had it at plus 5 or 6 at this point. So we're going to have the doggy, and then get ready to actually siphon. Get out the way. So we're try to put this asshole down. Once again, it's only a plus 3 weapon. It's not like we're doing big damage, but as soon as we get the souls, we'll be in just a much better spot. Yeah, I know his sweet spot. I know how to parry him. So when it doesn't work, I'm like, fucker, I know you're supposed to be dead. Anyway, there's your drainage key door. Now, if there's an item in the water, you won't see it yet, but when you pull this lever, you'll be able to drain the whole area. As the water goes down, Heavenly Vial. Now, talking to Demeraux, she asked you for a Deer's Worshipper Saw. It's for a quest, obviously working towards her secret ending. There's a Rogar here, so be careful to your left. But this is the Deer Worshipper Saw right here. Look at that, Smite getting off. I love it, man. The Blood Loss is cool, Smite's better, in my opinion. For one, the Blood Loss seemed like it was just taking forever to go off. And don't heal, that's really stupid of me, just to have it. You're gonna notice we do have to go in Umbral.
My friends.
You got the Deer's Worshipper Saw, so if you would like to, you could turn that in to Demeraux and start working towards your ending for Inferno. So firstly, we'll be going to the right. Go ahead and try to deal with these assholes as they give you a problem. He's not the only one. We gotta hit him and be, know, a lot nicer. Alright, so I did mention we're going to get the best catalyst in the game. It's the Umbral Catalyst. This isn't a, this is a Umbral Catalyst, but it's not the one I'm referring to. The one I'm referring to is actually the depths. We're just in the sewers. We're not to the actual depths yet. The sewers is what leads to the depths. So if you couldn't find it, you didn't know where they were, you may have made it this far and you just maybe didn't find the right turn. Because it's, like I said, in my opinion, it's quite hidden, especially when all of this looks the same way on a blind playthrough. You don't know anything around. And, you know, you could easily miss the depths. You could easily miss your, you know, your Umbral ending. And we will be going for the Umbral ending as it's the hardest one to get. It's going to take you 3 playthroughs for platinum. As I said, so we can't get it. I'm going to still tell you guys how to get it. We're going to get all the trophies, all the items as we can. So, you know, just in a single playthrough, you're going to get, you know, about 60% of your trophies. The others you will have to wait for. Because to get them, it's like online stuff, multiplayer stuff, invasion stuff, collecting all armor, collecting all spells, collecting all weapons. Cougar's quest, your other 2 ending, you know, so we can't get all that stuff on this first playthrough. But either way, so that's how we're going to exit and get into the depths. But we still have other things to do. So we're going to take this doorway, and as we go down, you're going to see 2 paths, a path to the left and a path straight. We want to take this path straight through the cell. It's the easiest way to remember it. It's actually going to get you 2 shortcuts. One's just kind of irrelevant. So, see, that barrel wasn't there in notes, so I didn't call it out. I don't know why it's there sometimes, not others. There it is. There it is. And there will be items later on to increase smite more too. If you're like, damn, I wish it went off faster. In my opinion, every 3 hits is pretty fucking fast for a proc to come off anyways. So be tough, bro. See what I'm saying? It's like every 3 hits. Alright, so we got that. We're gonna knock this shortcut down. We got the Umbral Catalyst, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and exit. Only thing else in Umbral here is like, what the fuck was it? Oh, so there's your shortcut back before we were last episode, right before we got the skid steer leading out of the mine. So like I said, don't really need it, never gonna use it. The ladder, don't really need it, never gonna use it. They're kind of pointless, but to walk through, we gotta get everything. Now, the only other thing in Umbral here is going to be a Reaper. I don't really think it's worth our time, but if you want to clear it, clear it. Just, there's no need to. He's not going to drop anything that's guaranteed, and he'll be right here. So, instead, if you want to fight him. But when you come down this way, you'll be able to head on out. So, when we fought the Reapers, you've probably seen 2 items. One was right here, floating in the sky on these, you know, and I didn't call it out because I was going to be like, oh, you guys can maybe get some trick jumps and get to it, but you're probably not going to, you're probably going to die. What you got to do, you know, is go through the tunnels. It's like floating way up here, and there's no other way to get to it. Another one was just like in a little tunnel, and that's right here. So, you know, going this route gets you both those items. You don't have to worry about any parkour to your death 1,000 times. You just follow the route and you get everything, and that's, you know, as simple as this game does. Now, when you work your way around, you enter here, and this is how you make it to the Revelation depths. So I do hope this, you know, has helped people. So we are going to get to the point where we're about to start using seedlings a lot. We have 8, so that's good. I'm going to try to space out my seedlings as best as possible so we don't have to plant them everywhere. Believe it or not, as much as I take notes, I do know this place like the back of my hand. It's going to sound crazy when we go through it. It's not going to make any sense to you. But I promise you, I got you. I've suffered enough going through here. I probably spent 3 hours just taking notes going through it. Just like, you know, for the episodes, I'm like, I don't know this place good enough. I don't know this place good enough. Let me go through it again. Let me go through it again. And that's, you know, because I'm doing an episode, I don't want to sound like I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Because I don't all the way, right? So I made myself extremely familiar with this place. We're going to be fine. Either way, make sure you go ahead and plant a seedling, and we're going to go slapping some upgrades. The Revelation Depths you can hit right now. The game is pretty linear, but some stuff it wants you to come back later. These enemies are going to have more health and do more damage than you're used to at this point. So you can easily do this at another time. But we're going to be more than fine. We'll be good. It's not that big of a difference. It's just you could tell, like, you know, this maybe should have been hit a little bit later. That's all. So 1,500. We need 2 grand, and we'll actually have it up higher than we had our other weapon. But this one gets even scaling off strength and radiance, so we're going to be getting more scaling. Then we could also come over here, and we will be able to take our runes off. So look at that, 2,000. Now we're at +5 already, and you know we're into our largest. We have 4 largest. We can get up to +6, have 2 left over, and then buy the 5 from the traveling merchant, and then the rest we find down here, and probably get to 8, +8, +9. If we can get to +9, we can get to +10. That's the thing, because between a 9 and 10 is just a final upgrade map. We're going to get that down here. Getting to 8 and 9 is the hardest part, because it's like, so at 5 to get to 6 is 2, right? Then 6 to 7 is 4. 7 to 8 is 6. 8 to 9 is 8. So it's like almost 20 larges altogether. That's kind of the issue. That's another reason we hit Pilgrim's Perch so early. So, you know, we can get a few stones while we're there. So we are going to take off all of our stuff, and we will, you know, be redoing it in full. So, first of all, let's see here. Can we put the radiant one in our shield? No, we can't. Reduce shield weight. Wither damage while blocking. So this is the part that sucks. I really want to rock this. For some reason it doesn't go in our shield here. We have, like I said, they're just different shapes. I think when we upgrade our shield more, that might change the shape, hopefully. So we're going to have to choose between this. Actually, this isn't even a good one, though. So we'll go mana regen. Posture damage. Still in light. So medium. Awesome. And that puts us in heavy. So we gotta keep Ring of Bones on. We also picked up other rings. So in full, we'll go over them. Broad Ring, increase strength attribute. Defaced, that's vitality. Some of these we've had since the start, but it's just to cover all of them. We picked up like 5 new ones. Ring of the First of the Beast. So this is a new one. Increases endurance, like way better than the other one. Adhere's Mark Ring, increases Inferno. Curse Worm Ring, we know 1 point to strength, 1 point to agility. Panoptic Ring, 1 point to Radiance, 1 point to Inferno. Holy Blood Ring, all these are defense rings. All of these that you see like this. So, Bleed Defense, resistance to Smite, resistance to Ignite, resistance to Poison, and increased resistance to all stats effects we got in Pilgrim's Perch. And this one we found behind the Hush Saint. It's actually really good if you're doing poison build. Causing poison also inflicts blood loss, which is crazy if you're doing an umbral build using the fungus encrusted pickaxes. On those, you're getting 150 poison and you're getting withered. So anytime you wither an enemy, the poison automatically takes it away, which already makes it extremely powerful. But putting this on, you'll get withered, you'll get physical, you'll get poison, you'll get bleed. Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. It just melts the game, right? Cast Radiant Sources with a non-radiant catalyst, which will be Ring of Radiant Premises. And then we have Unblinking Root. Cast Umbral Sources with a non-Umbral catalyst. Vessel Root. Increase maximum mana. Ring of Bones, which we're using, gives us more to equip load. Ring of Nourishment, getting health upon killing an enemy. And then Grievous Ring, Soulflay and health upon Grievous attack. Then obviously Stamina Regen and extra stamina. Dark Crusader, make sure healing, keep healing, go over time after you use it. Then Ring of Nice Fire is going to boost fire and wither damage. And then Baronon's Ring, this is for like throwable builds. So stained and corroded ring engraved with various alchemical symbols. Grenades with flask cost less ammunition and deal additional damage. So that's what we're going right now. You kind of want to go with the health. I mean, it's nice to have a stamina recovery. We'll see if it's an actual problem though. And at that point, I think we got everything we need. We're gonna go work back to our seedling, and like I said, anytime we get the souls, we're coming to get our upgrades. Now we're about to get to a point where, you know, we can't upgrade anymore because we don't have the stones. We only have 4. First upgrade's 2. Second is 4. So once we find 2 more, when we're probably about to go find like 6 at the start. Make sure you like these as you go, and I am going to cover the secret umbral quest that was hidden or that was added after the game. So we're going to drop the ladder, turn right around, see if he drops a pickaxe for you. Nope. 3 regular beryllium. Now here's a trap. You're going to see this guy, you're going to go for him. Don't. Go up, jump back. He's going to try to push up the edge. And there you go. 2 larges. So that should be, what is it, 6 altogether. That should be our next 2 upgrades. We're going to like that. Now, this right here, if you go to the right, you're going to progress to the, you know, where you're supposed to. But you go to the left, walk to the very left side of this. That's going to break, right? Here we get your bigger skull. Now we are going to buff up. We don't really need to, but just to kill these enemies quicker. We have a moth lady, miners, and a few other things. But we'll be able to get 2 more larges right over here. So, you know, it is worth our time. This is the only way to do so. Go in here. Thank you, moth lady. If we die, we do have seething. Not to mention, to get the trophy for your weapons, you gotta get the shovel head anyway. Alright, so. These guys annoy the living fuck out of me. They're really good at it. We have a lantern right here. Where'd she go? She's usually on the other side. For some reason. She falls to the bottom? Where the hell is she? Oh, she's in the damn tunnel, bro? Bust her down. Regular beryllium, large manstone clusters. Now, when we go back in here, we're gonna have 2 miners. We don't even need to be in Umbral anymore. We got the Umbral stuff. And like I said, we're gonna have 2 miners. There's gonna be a bunch of crates and shit, so they're kind of like tucked behind them. And, you know, and y'all see this. See exactly why I suggest this weapon. You guys are going to get it. You're going to get it quick as why we went with this. It's just because it's just running through everything, man. And only, even at +3, it was doing better than our other hammer at +4 was. But like I said, this is even scaling, right? 28 strength, 28 radius, you're at BB. Our other one was a little bit more separated than that because you notice your radius was at B and your strength is at C. But this one is evenly distributed. So if you were to keep your strength and radiance the same, which ours aren't, that's why we're getting more radiance barely by 4 points. But since we have 2 more points of radiance, we're getting 4 more points off scaling. But if you keep those evenly, it will completely match up. Now, fully upgrade, we'll be getting over 100 scaling off each stat, plus the huge amount of base damage. So it's nice. Now, being in Revelation Depth, you're going to notice that these guys are not in Umbral like they usually are. Because this like leads to the heart of our mother's soul. So because of that, they don't, you know, they're not in Umbral anymore. They're just fucking everywhere in here. You have to worry about our archer. I would love to know why we didn't get our health regained. We're probably about to go rest because we're already dead. Yeah, we're just gonna have to go back up. We got the Umbral section cleared, so that's what really matters. Then we can just take the main path down here. The reason I'm saying that is because we're at a heals. You know, I mean, to be honest though, our next season is right up the road. Though. I want to try to move forward, but I have a feeling we're gonna get killed. Choices. Well, at least get everything back in here. Bigger skull. stairs lead up to where, here, we'll show that off real quick. So if you took the main path, like literally, that's where we went over and killed the moth lady and got the largest. But if you would have took the main path, you know, that's where we were and that's where we let out. But I thought about it. I am gonna go rest. We could have, you know, pushed forward and got over to where, you know, we got the next ceiling. But if we die and then people get lost, or if I make it and then y'all die and you get lost, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna run back to the ceiling. We all know where that is. We're playing in front of the bridge, the very first bridge. So no one can get lost there at least. And it's good and upgrade our weapon one more time. I mean, we're here, right? Don't worry about it if you're short, guys. For the simple fact, it's not going to matter when we have our skulls we can use. I think it might be like 25 or 35 at this point. I forget. I'm at 25, so we're barely short.
Ah. Ooh, I get.
There we go. Look at that, +6. Now we're going to need 4, which we have, to get to 7. Then 4 more to get 2 more upgrades. Yeah, so obviously we're not going to have enough to get all the way up to +10. But we, you know, if we leave here at +8, that's extremely good. So the traveling merchant isn't here yet. He will be here sooner rather than later. Matter of fact, he should be here.
Whatever put
Yeah,
in
he's
nothing.
with Turbo. Yeah, traveling merchant should have been here a while ago. I must have not got his dialogue over by the High Saint. Come on, guys. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. He should have been here because he's about to start selling larges, and he's usually there selling regulars after that point. So he's not here. We would have seen him. Let's go over all the spots. You see him at the village, or at the beginning when you came out before the sanctuary. Then you see him at the lookout. And you see him after the Finn. He's not here. He's not here. He's not here. He's not here. I'm not understanding. Did we not talk to him at the lookout either? No, we bought the hammer from him at the lookout. Why is he not here? Really weird. Yeah, that's all of his spots. I know for a fact he's here when we're in the depths. I know he is. So that was the next spot. Then was after the Finn. Did he just not load in yet? Make sure he ain't up here. Damn it! We pushed him forward. So if you went to Pilgrim's Perch early, he's going to be here. It's not even a big deal. We know where to find him. That's what's important. But
I may have been branded, but so many yet.
because we went to
Life
Pilgrim's
itself
Perch
had
early.
some
So you got to get his
and
dialogue,
they-
guys. This
Hello
whole
again,
large is, there it
friend.
is. So this is where we got to find him. If you went to Pilgrim's Perch early. If not, he's at the hub area. The only difference is the location. Does not mess anything up. Doesn't do it at all. Still worth our time coming here because you got to
May your
remember
path be
we found
blessed.
2 larges right here, and then we found them right when we came in and started looping around. So it is really important. So we are going to save up 7,500.
Hello
And we're
again,
going to come buy
friend.
these 5 from him. He does not get any more.
May your
right?
path be blessed.
But it's going to help us to make sure we have everything. So it's extremely important to do so if you want to get your weapon fully upgraded. Because if we start getting a +10 weapon, then we're going to have a lot of damage, a lot of scaling, and the only thing that makes us stronger after that is getting our stats higher. But, you know, being so early in the game still, I mean, we're 10 hours in, almost 9 hours in. It's not like we're so early, but to be at this level, it's really early to be at this level, you know. Now, these no longer taking 3 hits. So I said, you're going to tell these enemies have a little more health than usual. The guy's coming for us. Try to jump out the way. Buddy. Sometimes you gotta know when you're out of your depth. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Now moving forward, we're not entering Umbral, so we're gonna go and heal. We did like the torture bit there. Alright, now we're gonna go down. Remember, invisible archer and miners. Let's run for the archer first. He loves to jump around. It's kind of his whole gig. Now we go like that. And just, you know, clean house so we don't have anyone behind us. That's all. We're getting drops on everybody, ain't we? If we were to break this, that's just the gremlin and the ladder. You guys remember? But just to show off all the paths so no one's thinking we're missing anything. That is important. I don't want people worried we might be missing items, so. But, you know, we just already took that path, that's all. Anyways, now we're finally ready to press forward. I did want to get upgrades. I did want to show you guys where to get more upgrade stones. These things are important things to cover, so that's why we did that. Now, we're going to run and jump at the very last second right here. It's not a comfortable jump. You're going to see buddy guy right here. And there you go. So we got him out. Now we can come on up here. Grab your wither salts. Now we're going to drop down a little smack. Get him. Get your stones. Like I said, coming down here, you would almost get enough. The thing of it is if you don't buy 5 from the traveling merchant and you didn't go to Pilgrim's Perch early, you're not gonna have enough to fully get up there. We should be pretty close. Like I said, we'd probably be close to, you know, at least +8. Otherwise, you'd probably be at 7, close to 8. It might just be like too short or something. These guys are all shared a parasite, and we're not even gonna worry about them. We're gonna kind of just rush up, circle around, take the elevator. This is gonna give us a shortcut back to the hoist and Byron, which is gonna be nice after we meet Winterberry. Down here, we have to tell Byron about Winterberry, and you know, it's just, you know, nice to have shortcuts. Plus, if you're a badass and you don't want to use your seedlings, right? You could just have your shortcuts, but you'd have to be good. You'd have to be good. You'd have to be really good. Miner's Desperation, another, you know, wither type shield. Then obviously here's Byron. Here's our hoist. We'll go ahead and rest up. I mean, we're right here. No point in not resting up. Now I know we have his dialogue, just be sure you have it.
We fell in love. Even though they found out in the end they had not for eventually their king. I'll find them. You find them. There'll be blood for this death. I'll find them. You find them.
So I didn't even exhaust all his dialogue, and that's the issue. It's not an issue. I just got to make sure I do that. So he's after whoever stole his necklace. Now, if you want to listen to his dialogue, his story's pretty good, and we uncovered more with stigmas and stuff. So he was a lamp bearer. So was another woman. He fell in love with him. So the Hollow Sentinels tortured them for falling in love. It's actually pretty sad. And you know, being a lamp bearer, they were able to come back in life until one time she didn't. So Byron's pendant is all he had left of his wife, and that's why he's tripping out about this necklace and wanting to kill whoever. So as you go down, where's the other one? There's 2. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, I was like, I know it's right here. Alright, now we got that. A little smack. Come on, bro, bring it. Oh, don't bring it. Sorry, I bothered you, sir. I know you're gonna hit like that. Now heal up. It's not gonna matter. We will actually be planting another seed. This is why I told you guys to save them all. We'll be planting quite a few as we get later and later in the game in these more complex areas, because this is definitely a more complex area. So throughout the entirety of this area, we'll be planting probably 4 seedlings. Alright? Keep that in mind. That's why we want to do stuff in Umbral. That's, you know, why I mentioned to save it. So doing stuff in Umbral is probably going to help out. You know, actually I should have waited, because we have to come down here to run all the way to the right. You have your archer. wither bolts. Shut his bullshit down. Get a heal going. That hammer's kind of easy mode. You're still gonna get, it's still, you know, kind of hard too because you're getting caught more than you're used to, but it's still pretty easy mode. Now I am resting because we're gonna take a shortcut down, and then we'll have this stuff. But when we go down, we'll be able to get some stuff. Then we'll be able to circle back through the scaffolding all the way up and get the items that are here. So we're not worried about it. But we do want to drum. This is gonna get us our next eye. Now go ahead and kill him. He's gonna have to try to push up the ledge. There's usually 2 of them though. I'm sure the other one will come. Alright, let's pull this. Now this, you want to jump really early on this, guys. I'm gonna let you guys know right now because these fucks put a jump in the game, and for some reason it's like your character just doesn't hit the jump button, or like he just doesn't jump when you hit the button, so it's really early. It's like right there, and you're good. I died so much that jump at the last second. Even had like a foot of terrain left. You just would not fucking, you know, jump, and you kept just dying. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, you know? Like, tighten up. You know, put platforming in your game, make it work. That's all. So it can be a little irritating. So to avoid that, just, you know, jump early. So you can exit yeah, we're already dead anyway. We're gonna exit. God damn, yeah, you're gonna love this fucking zone. I'm telling you guys right now, you're gonna absolutely adore it. There's so many enemies out here, more than you've ever seen. I know it's hard to believe with how this fucking game is, but it's just the truth. And sorry, out of heals. Now, we're gonna go this way, and I'm gonna try to do this with the amount of heals we have. It's a risk. It's a big risk, but so if you would have went the other way, that'd be moving you forward to the back of the stone. So we want to do side content. It's gonna get us upgrade to our healing, amongst other things. There's a few little paths to take. So up there, get your ammo, your mana. Oh, let's go ahead and we're gonna take this one. There are obviously 2 different edges, and we do need to get an umbral. Well, that's true, I just don't want to be overwhelmed. So we're going to try to take these fuckers out. Oops, did not mean to do that. You see that ledge over there, we just can't get to it yet. We're about to, but just can't get to it from there. So you're going to go in umbral and kind of jump off the edge here, but first we're going to go back to, you know, the area we haven't hit yet. They came out, one's gonna kind of fly out of here on their ass. What's good about coming up here first before we do our umbral stuff is we'll actually be able to rest and get our heals. Because we can just take this path back down, so it's quite nice. And I could also show you guys the secret quest was added later on. Now we're not going to do these secret quests that are added after the game was made. I might, you know, at the end of the game, because there's been one added for Umbral, Inferno, and Radiance for secret armor sets and stuff like that. But you got to get certain emotes, and they're really hidden. They didn't come out when the game came out, so, you know, this being the base game walkthrough, you know, it's just like extra stuff. Like there's also some to get certain weapon abilities. But the way you have to do these quests, or you can't do them until like the end of the game. Like you can do this one early, but the others not really. Because like the Inferno quest for the Inferno armor and the 2 great hammers, you have to get to Castle Gramus, which is at the end of the game. So it's like you just can't do it yet. You know what I mean? But to try this one out, I'll show you how it works. It's actually pretty absurd, and I'm not going to waste all the time on it right now. I have to go and actually take notes. So we're not running around circles. We could do it right now, but it's going to be a lot of running around circles. So you're going to get to this, you're going to hear 3 sounds. Pay attention to the pitch. That's a low pitch, high pitch, high pitch. So what you got to do is you have to match that, and you have to do this more than once. So it's a low pitch, right? You're matching the pitches with the lantern. The guy's holding the bowl low, it's a low pitch. If he's holding it middle, it's a middle pitch. If he's holding it high, that's high pitch. So you have to match the lanterns with the sounds. So we still need 2 highs. But anyways, I wanted to show you it off. But then after you do that, you go back there again. There'll be 3 other pitches. Then you match those up. But I might take more detailed notes at a later time. For now, we're just going to stick with what we're doing. We're going to do, you know, the base game stuff. All obstacles, secret areas, all that stuff. But quests that are hidden after the fact, hidden quests that are added after the fact are not really, you know, doesn't really go with a walkthrough, in my opinion. It's just extra stuff in the game at that point. More like Easter eggs, I feel like. God, you done? Sorry, bro. Fuck. Alright. So this is... pretty much how we're gonna get back. I know that's where we came from. Right, and I swear that's how we get back, though. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm right. So I know this place very well. It doesn't mean I'm never gonna question myself at all, you know. But we're going to go in this back corner, we're going to go up, and this is how you access the platform. Where we're going to have to fight Mr. Potato Head, a bunch of little dudes. Break him before he gets on our ass. Same thing. I didn't even see you, fucker. Now we are going to buff up here just to make life a bit easier. If you guys want levels and you're fine with the damage you're doing, go ahead and do that. For me and the walkthrough of newer players, we're gonna remember this is a jump. You can't drop there or roll off. But we're getting our weapon up. It's gonna help people out. Levels are gonna come. You don't have to worry about it. We're in a really good spot right now. We're almost at 30 in our damage. And on a really good playthrough, you're only gonna hit like 40. So you know, like we're in a really good spot. We do want our base stats up more, but let's get our damage started, I feel like. Come on. Big deal here. Screws that one circle not happening again. So as always, the big guy's not really the problem. It's these fuckers. They cause all this shit for you. And what's good about putting our levels into our souls into our weapons now is once your weapons are upgraded, they're upgraded. You don't have to worry about it again. You don't have to waste the soul again. You know what I mean? It's done. God, they just won't get off our dick, will they? Alright. Sending quintessence, and if you go over to this side, where it's right here, kind of just roll off, go down to the right end, and this is what we were pointing out earlier. This is going to bring us back. Guys, I mean, give us a fucking break. It's just too much sometimes. What sucks is it's not like we get extra alcohol either, because of the fact that there's so many enemies. always these fucks that piss me off. Go the fuck on somewhere, you know what I mean? So obviously we're gonna have to rest again. Yeah, that's just how it is. What's nice about this is to be able to go get some more upgrades in our weapons too. So I think just back down the other way. We're gonna go back on up. There's that torch too, where he was holding up high. Oh, but we missed it. It's okay. We'll just pay attention to other torches. Like I said, I want to show it off, but we're not going to waste a bunch of time on it either, you know. Because I honestly don't know the best route to get all these lanterns where it's not, you know, going to waste a bunch of time on us. So we're going to rest, which is unnecessary because we can travel. Yeah, let's go back to Skyrest, pop another upgrade. See how many larges we actually have. And I said, if we can get up to +8, we'll be good. I mean, we're about to be at like +6, +7, so. Where are we at now? We're already at +6. Now we're at +7. And we have 4 left over. And we need, what, 6? Yeah, so we need 2 more. So right now, if you wanted, we can go get the other 2 we need. But then you're going to need, because we can go to the Traveling Merchant back at Memorial, which can cost 300 to get them, and then like 4,500 upgrade or 3,500 upgrade. Sorry about that, y'all had to check our notes. Now that we got that, we can work our way back down and kind of just press forward. I missed when you guys were only in number. You're done. Alright, let's rest up again. They're not going to ruin our whole run. I told you guys, you know, kind of annoying. I wasn't lying. Because I love this place, that means it suck. I only like the Revelation Depths because all the shit we get out of it. It's a highly fucking irritating fucking level. It really is. Like it's fucking irksome, bro. I can't tell you how many times I've raged here. I'm not kidding. I'm not proud of it, but that's what it does to you. You know, it's really fucking annoying. You're always surrounded by 1,000 enemies. And these guys, it's their movesets. For one, it keeps us from attacking them. Trying to keep us locked in, you know. Thank you, you piece of shit. Fuck, I hate that motherfucker. Now just drop this quest as we go. We'll go ahead and hit this again, light this torch. If we find other ones on the way, I'll hit them to show you. What the hell? It's probably gets already active. So what we gotta do is low, high, or yeah, low, high, high this time. So it's just gonna be locked in until we find our highs. Okay. I thought if we hit low it'd mess up the note, because that's what happens. You mess up the note, you gotta restart. But that's one that's already been used, so. Any users. Drop, take a bunch of damage. Go ahead and use up our heals. I'm not too worried about it, because we are going to get another season before too long, but I mean, I'd rather not, obviously. The way this zone is, you know, you're going to be using some heals, that's for sure. Bruh. And you guys are seeing too why we need more stamina. That's one of the things that's hurting us the most right now, honestly. If we run out of stamina, we can't attack, and it's just kind of fucking us. Alright, we get him. Now we're gonna have 2 invisible archers, 2 shadow archers. One's gonna be on Parasite, one isn't. Really? Really? Like, what the fuck? Where is he? Him. he's on a parasite, which is right behind him. And he's out. So, to get, working on your trophies, to get all your, we're gonna hit everything up here first because we're about to go down. But you got your trophies, all your throwable items, you do have to do a really wild trick jump. I think it's fucking crazy. So look at this one. This one's up high. He's covering his eyes. So there's the second one. So what you gotta do here is right where that lantern is. Walk out. This is crazy for real. Walk out here. I swear to God, you're safe. Just roll. I know. It's wild. And that's not even the hard part either. It's jumping back. The jump, it looks like you don't. So that's enhanced snake oil grenade. Jump that looks like you don't have to worry about. This is the hard one. Believe it or not. So you want to jump at the last possible second. Oh, God. It just never feels good. That one's low. If we like that, it's going to ruin the puzzle, so don't. And if you're not worried about it, and like I said, we'll probably do this at the end of the game anyway, but if we're here, we're going to go through it. So that's another high. So that's your 3. At this point, I'm pretty sure we have to go back to that. And that's what you do. So I'm not doing it, but... That's 3 lows. I was just listening for it. If you want to do it, I'm just more of like just showing it off. Was it this spot? Or is it up more? Oh, guys, I'm looking for something really important actually for Umbral builds. I guess it is up more. Okay. It's probably the other side we'll move forward. So there's going to be multiple gremlins in here. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 5. I don't know why there's a difference. I really don't. But there's 1. There's 2. Oh, sometimes there's only 2. Pick up your ring right here. There come down. Yep. 2. It used to be 5. Maybe they nerfed the game or something. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. We're going to follow it around. And then eventually we're going to get to right here. Give me a mimic. Usually he is across this first, so if he's not here, he's going to be across this jump. So this is actually last minute jump here. I mean, maybe you don't have to, but I think it's a good idea. Let's listen to it. Oh, sounds like 3 highs. That might be low, medium, high. Low. Yeah, that's low, medium, high. This is another good spot to put a ceiling. I was gonna wait to do this, but looking at our souls, I think we were already enough for another upgrade. Like I said, we're gonna start getting them back to back. We were missing 2 larges, so just play it safe, Now this is where I was talking about. We're gonna need to go on Umbral. We're gonna get probably the most devastating pennant in the game. However, it's only for Umbral builds. A lot of the stuff down here, if you're doing an Umbral build, by the time you actually get this whole area done and take out the boss, you're gonna be like done with your build. Like you're gonna have so much good shit. This pennant right here pretty much makes you immortal. I'm not kidding. What it does is there's 2 gremlins in here. I'm gonna buff up so we get this left. But we'll get it. Let me focus on these guys. Yeah, just know it makes you God tier. That's what's important. Okay, here it is. So what this does is if you're out of mana, this pennant will let you cast. It doesn't matter if you have mana or not, right? You can keep casting, but when you cast spells without mana, it withers your health. However, when your spells land, you get your health back. So it gives you infinite mana, withers your health, your spell hits the enemy, and then you get the health right back. So like I said, it's just like a mortal, type thing, but where you're really powerful on top of it. It's crazy. I used to, when I was doing my Umbral build, there was like another one I liked more because of damage. That wither damage is holy and fire defense. But when I was out of mana and I didn't want to use my stones up, I would just switch to that and then, use it. Now, we did want to kick down that shortcut. We came out of this tunnel here, but as you come out, what we want to do is take the sharp left right here. Work your way back. If you're an Umbral, there will be a Reaper. Keep that in mind. And this is where you find Winterberry. The Winterberry has a respec item. She has a lot of good rings, and that's the main gist of it. But she also has Byron's necklace. However, she will not sell this necklace under any circumstances. Even after the quest, you will never get Byron's necklace from her. Not in my notes, not that I found.
Don't get I like a long time. We traded and told him he was rude. There are lots of nasty people in Mornstead. But I'm quick and clever, and that's how I find.
I'm quick and clever. Sorry, she kills me. So,
hello.
You got some pretty good stuff here, right here. Increases spell power. I'm pretty sure this probably give you a lot more damage. I never really found I need my spell power increase. You got, best catalyst for every class, fully upgrade, high scaling. I don't think you need it. I mean, it's cool if you want to get even more powerful. It's there, right? But I just don't think it's needed. This removes one spell slot, but gives you more spell power. Obviously, this is probably more damage, or it just costs more because it doesn't remove a, casting slot. I don't know. I didn't do testing on it. As I just use spells when I need them. I'm not spell crazy. If it makes sense, I use them. Deal additional posture damage when you get off bleed. And she has some crossbow stuff too. A few, actually. Crossbow bolts cost less ammunition and then gain increased defense while casting sorceries. I'm pretty sure that works also with crossbow type stuff. The only way we complete your quest line, she's going to have even better rings. Just a few. You got a respec item, you have Byron's pendant, but if you look...
I'm keeping it for myself. Because I love it so much.
Okay. Important thing is, we talked to her. So, I think we're still short 2 stones, are we not? Yeah, so we still need 2 more larges, which we're actually about to get. I'm gonna look at the time. Do we have enough time? Yeah, if we hurry up, we can probably get to the main boss real quick. I'm gonna try to. It's gonna be close. Honestly, we should probably just wrap up here. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. And this is another altar, so if you want to keep going with the mission, you could activate this one. You know what I mean? So, if you do, we already did the first set. Now we're just listening for the we gotta find a medium and then a higher up one. There's obviously another good place to plant a seedling. If you didn't at the last, if you did, just keep that one. It's not a far run back. You just literally be wasting resources. Before we close on out, I would like to get you guys the final upgrade map for your weapons. So that's a low. We're looking for a medium. If you're not doing the quest, make sure you're lighting all these. I'm just trying to show off the quest for people. So before we go back, that's how you progress to the end. Before we go back there, we want to go in here and get our final upgrade map. So this is where you get a really chunk. Obviously, they're extremely rare in the game. But we get one in the tower, we get one here, we get one in the gold region. I mean, and that's enough for a callus, a weapon, and a shield. So for one solid build. And you're going to have to get a lot of larges along the way. But that's enough, you want to make sure, and there you go. Now everyone can farm up larges if you wish between episodes and get your weapon to plus 10. But you're going to get the 3 Derilliums, and, there'll be more. It's not many more. And what it is you just really got to pick a main weapon and stick with it. A shield and stick with it. A callus and stick with it. If you're not sure, just don't mess with your largest. Don't bring it up past plus 5. You know what I mean? You'll be good to go. So when we get here, we're going to walk on up, trigger Big Bro, Soul Flame off the edge. There's going to be an even more elite version of him back here. It's not even him, it's a different one. It's the guy with the bell head. I don't think we fought him yet. They're very formidable enemies. So they're like big guys. They can buff this huge ass hammer with holy, to like this holy AoE on their slam downs, which is hard enough to deal with. But on top of that, if they tap their helmet with the hammer, it's gonna send a shockwave that like one-shots you. I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. It's gonna fucking one-shot you. It's really annoying. So because of that, let's rush forward, roll down here, drop season. This is our last one we're gonna plant if you're worried about it. I mean, we still have 6 after this. It's gonna rest up. Then we'll go back up here and fight these guys. I guess let's go ahead and while we're here, start working this endurance up. Like I said, we probably want to get to like 28. you know. Health probably up to around 35 or 40. Well, you can get to 35 and just lock get a room, which will add a couple levels too. So you can probably stop at 35 comfortably. That's Justice, one of the best strength radiance weapons in the game. 200 smite damage. So if we get the other enough larges, we want to bring a second weapon up. We can go Bloody Glory. We can go with that. Or there's a weapon towards the end of the game that does like 250 blood loss. And it does like something else too. It's got like a lot of holy on it. It's got a lot of physical on it. So we'll try to get a second weapon going so we can kind of like swap between two cool things and give people some options. It doesn't matter how many stones we have, and we can, you know, we'll be able to farm some as well. Take these dudes out. And we're literally like right at the end towards the boss, but there's stuff we gotta get here. I don't want to rush anything, just like, oh shit, we're almost at time, let me just run all around. So we'll probably just stop at that seedling and pick up from there. But we'll have enough time to at least cure, you know, finish this on out. And I could probably get down there and do all of it in time, but like I said, we'd be rushing stuff, and then that's how we get lost. And you know, make sure I'm actually helping folks here, you know. Now when you get back here, enter Umbral and get the best catalyst in the game. So this is going to be the Lost Crusoe's catalyst. I'm sure you guys have heard about it if you've looked up any of the catalyst guides or build guides on YouTube, because it's that fucking good. On my Umbral build, it was the scaling it was getting was over almost like 300 something. I don't know, it was so fucking absurd. And I'm not, you know, big on just doing casting stuff, you know. Like I said, I only use my stuff when I absolutely need it. Like if I need a good AoE or I need some good range stuff or I'm just surrounded. But yeah, it's got some pretty devastating shit, that's for sure. Now, we did pick up Justice, and this is what I'm talking about. I never got this drop before. So Strength Inferno 15-15, no passives, fire physical, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Gotta have my passives for this game. Justice, 200 smite, physical, holy, 34 strength, 20 radiance. So it's pretty much the opposite of Bloody Glory. Bloody Glory, you need more radiance than you did strength. This, you need more strength than you do radiance. So, you know, 200 smite, just a really good choice for, you know, colossal radiance build, strength radiance build. Really strong, like I said. 200 fucking smite on this beautiful, beautiful colossal sword. Look at this thing. It's just really nice looking. 200 smite, which not to love. But yeah, you do need 34 strength. There's another weapon if we wanted to farm up larger swords in the game. We could put this on, you know. We could start on the side, start bringing up Bloody Glory. I'm only, what, 2 points away from being able to use that. 200, or no, 300 blood loss, a lot of holy, a lot of physical. So this one is, you know, a really good choice for our backup weapon, but, you know, we're going to have to farm to get it. So either way, we are going to go ahead and wrap up here, guys. You know, suggested build is Strength Radiance, so I want to actually cover these things to let people know, hey, you do have options if you don't like the hammer for whatever reason. But like I said, 100 smite, solid ass move set. We're not having any trouble with it. Equal scaling on strength and radiance. So I mean, right now 176 physical, 176 holy plus 80 each, and scaling 522 at +7. This thing is going to get close to 850 AR, maybe even 900, because on my notes I didn't fully beat the game with it yet. But, like, yeah, it's between 8 and 9. It's fucking crazy. So, still the recommended weapon, but we'll try to dabble in other things as well. So we're going to wrap up here. Next episode, we'll push forward, finish up the Revelation Depths. We're going to go ahead and take out Dervila, get started on the precursor steps for the Secret Umbral ending. Go over her boss remembrance, as it has probably my favorite and the hardest hitting Umbral spell in the game. And then just, you know, more of the same, and press on and knock out some little areas. Knock out the Sunless Sky, and get that all caught up, and work on what we can for side quests. Talk to Byron about once you bury, get that quest done up, and then we'll be heading into the fight by the end of the episode. So you guys stay tuned, and we will be back here shortly.